The system is failing. We're going to have more homelessness, more unemployment, and the government has to print more money. It's a command and control economy where the government tells you everything. I just don't trust our government. And they're going to have to start printing pretty quickly. And the more they print, the less value, purchasing power the dollar has, or the loonie, or the yen, or the peso. People are talking about inflation. I think we're in depression right now, and we're going to be the biggest depression in world history.
In the 1970s, that's when the world was changing.
The biggest bust in the history of the world is coming up. It's pensions. They trusted the government. They trusted their pension would be there, and it's going to go bust. And that's us. We'd get crushed.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As guys, we have a lot to discuss today. But before we get started, I have a few important messages for all of you. The faster that all of these crypto prices fall, the faster they're going to come back. Rip off the band-aid, powers that be. Liquidate everyone. Michael Saylor, goodbye. Celsius, goodbye. All these exchanges are corrupt. Too much leverage in the crypto space is what's causing this. Too much BS in the crypto space is what's causing this. Remember, a couple weeks ago, Kevin O'Leary was discussing that there are a couple companies that are over leveraged right now. And in the next couple weeks, we're going to be finding out who's been swimming with their pants down. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought Celsius would have been a culprit. But here we are. More Terra Luna, UST, Celsius type events are at play. And the big boy is still on the table with UST and Tether. That, my friends, is going to be a painful rip off the band-aid type of moment. But the quicker we fall, the quicker we will rebound. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say a couple of things. In my last video, I said it would be my last video, being the bull that I was and turning into the bull that I am today. I've been experiencing a couple of different things in my life that have changed my perspective on how things need to be run. And while I've taken a step back over the past week to reassess markets as a whole, do more due diligence, and ensure that the highest quality of projections and information are in front of you, I have to say this. Ladies and gentlemen, my sincerest apologies. I got it wrong. I was not able to project this massive crash in the crypto market. I personally believed we had an altcoin season before a crash like this could occur. And that was a critical mistake. Nobody could have projected UST and Terra. 99% of the people I know in crypto could not have projected this level of crash as well. There were minimal, if any, indication that this type of event was going to happen, and we had to have broken through extreme support in order for us to be here. But regardless, here we are. And for that, I apologize to all of you. And I've taken a step back to gather as much eclectic information and research as possible to ensure I get it right moving forward. Because this is the time we're going to make the most money. This is when extreme fear has percolated through the crypto space and through financial markets as a whole. And as we sit back, waiting for the market to rebound, I've never felt more motivated before in my life. We have generational level entry points. And this is the moment in time that I can most help the community make a lot of money. That is why I'm going to be back on my daily YouTube schedule, because the influx of information and principles you all need to learn is absolutely important. And guys, that's why I highly recommend you guys follow me on TikTok in the description below as well, as the amount of free content I will be putting out will be life-changing, with some lessons and information that I think will be valuable for all of you. Tonight, at 12 a.m. Eastern Time on Instagram. I will be hosting an Instagram Live and will be allowing the opportunity for random community members to hop on a video call with me in front of the audience, and we can shoot the shit and really get some crypto questions answered. Finally, one last thing I really want to stress for the overall value I'm looking to give, especially during this bearish downturn. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a mentorship program that you can find in the description below. And the periods in time I can most help the community is now. Generational entry points are at play. At the very least, you all need to understand it's zero risk to all of you. I offer my VIP program where we have a one-on-one personal experience, and I give all of you access to my personal multi-billion-dollar network. I offer my group consulting program where if you can't afford the one-on-one experience, you still have the ability to constantly have your questions answered and have the resources that I provide to the entire community. Ladies and gentlemen, we constantly meet up every week within the Discord, so you'll always have lifetime access and value from me. And finally, guys, at the very least, the bare minimum you should be looking to get from me is into my community's Discord, because that's where you gain access to the 1,000 community members that are already in the program and have already prepared and have had help from me, and they're all here to help you all as well. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no long-term commitment. If you don't feel like I'm providing the value you need, hold me accountable and get a refund. I won't even ask questions. I just want to make sure you have the resources you need at the best, most opportune time for you to take advantage of these life-changing entry points. Nobody wants to invest in themselves when it's the best time to. And I have to stress to all of you that I'm really here to help. Now, with that being said, let's get into the content for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, we see that the Federal Reserve rose interest rates by 75 basis points, the biggest increase since 1994. This was the biggest piece of news to come and impact financial markets. That just happened yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, what is my opinion and 2 cents on this? My opinion is there will be a moment where they will have to reverse course. We understand that central bank digital currencies and a cashless society is their endgame. We understand that currently they are creating a massive problem to get a massive public reaction to bring on a new world order and brand new solution. XRP has been the central bank digital currency infrastructure that the elites have predetermined and chosen a long time ago to help with this crisis. 2008, we had a massive liquidity crisis. 2022 and beyond, we have XRP's on-demand liquidity to bring liquidity on demand and be a brand new solution to this problem. We have the US dollar gaining value relative to the stock market and the crypto market. The reason being is because of these Fed rate hikes. Jerome Powell has stated he's not trying to cause a recession. He's causing a recession. We can see that blatantly in the crypto market right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Blockworks has shown the recent crypto layoffs. Crypto.com 5%, Robinhood 9%, Bitso 10%, Gemini 10%, Coinbase 18%, BlockFi 20%, BitMEX 25% layoffs. And the reason I'm bringing all of this up to you is because these layoffs are an indication of a crypto company's health. And that's why I'm going to show you how Brad Garlinghouse and Ripple is going to continue to be hiring hundreds of roles across the globe. While everything is collapsing, Ripple keeps building and their business keeps growing. The digital asset they created in XRP has not seen its all-time high or its value been shown to the public yet. The reason being is this SEC lawsuit that has dragged on for almost 2 years now. But just imagine what's going to happen after prices are decreased to a point where it's as if it's a slingshot effect, suppressed so much to the point where its current price is artificially low for a reason. Ladies and gentlemen, retail investors are not meant to own this. This digital asset was meant for the global elite and the 1%. Owning XRP is guaranteeing your winning lottery ticket into the new 1%. And when everything is said and done, you'll see that the fundamentals that Ripple has had on their side for a long time have always outweighed this SEC lawsuit distraction. And in the meantime, while we're feeling the pain in the market, we have the light at the end of the tunnel with the Flare network undergoing a successful audit. And it's looking like this January 4th Independence Day rollout, go live, airdrop of the Spark token is going to happen. Never before has the XRP army been able to earn passive income on their XRP. Until now. Flare is going to connect everything and unlock the value of every digital asset when it's all said and done. And this will bring shockwaves to the crypto market once people realize what it is that they're doing. Flare Network is the best kept secret in crypto. And Pandora's box is about to open wide. And guys, now that we have that confirmation of Ripple and XRP's continued growth, I want to take a step back and look at the macro very quickly. Sandeep from Polygon stated, "I rarely talk about markets, but here is my take on all the chaos. This downturn in crypto has more to do with macro than any fundamental weakness in Web3. Long-term Web3 remains mega bullish, so newbies need to keep learning and builders need to keep building." He states this bearish downturn should be long, which I fundamentally disagree with. I have a similar take to Raoul Pal and believe this will be a quick downturn followed by an aggressive recovery, and I'll explain why in just a second. But if the Fed does do anything to change, which removes any of this uncertainty, there is a lot of dry powder sitting on the sidelines to bring an aggressive bullish rally. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with all that being said, let me play you this clip very quickly from Raoul Pal, indicating to all of you what he believes is going to be coming in the next couple months. Please take a listen.
Hi everyone, just a quick update for you. The last update I gave you on Instagram was about how I feared that we'd get another big kind of flush down in markets as we start pricing in recession, the Federal Reserve raising interest rates. And we're seeing more of that. The crypto space has been quite upset recently. And again, something I've been expecting, even though I'm a very, very big long-term crypto bull, I actually quite like seeing the prices come lower because buying in these massive sell-offs is where you make the real money. Now, obviously, you need to have the money to be able to lock up for a period of time. This is not a short-term bet. You're expecting to keep your money in the market for 5 years, maybe more. So it's like a long-term saving strategy with a lot of volatility. And you can see that now. So it's not for the faint-hearted, it's for the brave, but I still think it's one of the best opportunities out there. The key lesson the markets are teaching you right now is don't use leverage. Every time people use leverage in a volatile market, you blow up. Then you lose your position and you're back to square one. So don't use leverage, lock the money away, be careful. And be careful out there, there's a recession coming. I don't know how bad it's going to be, whether it's a short, sharp one or a longer drawn out one. I think it's going to be short and sharp. Let's see, fingers crossed. Good luck.
Now that right there was perfectly said, my friends. I'm a big believer that this short-term collapse in markets will be just that. Short-term, quick and painful, flush out the leverage, rip off the band-aid. Ladies and gentlemen, people are getting annihilated left and right. And while people will be crying, grown men on the streets will be crying. We will be eating. Because one thing I'll say is that I'll be preparing, and I'm still accumulating massive cash. at this moment in time. Cash flow is king right now in this brief window of time. I have more crypto than I ever thought. And now this is where I'm being greedy, continuing to build more income streams. 50% of my business reserves are still on the side waiting for one more massive dip if it comes. And if it does come, I'll be there to enter with immaculate entry points. This is where the strong make money. This is where legends are made. This is where the history books reach their climax. In 2025, we'll all look back at those heroes in 2022 that withstood this moment. And I want you all to look at yourselves and realize I'm talking about you. My strategy will allow me to win whether we go up or we go down. We do not lose money on this channel. We have a strategy for both sides. And if you execute and follow what I'm saying to perfection, there is no way you could lose. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to tune into my Instagram live tonight. It's actually being postponed to 1 a.m. Eastern time, but I really hope to see as many of you as possible there. As always, guys, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
Another point you've made, and this is, I think, particularly relevant 10 years into a bull market, is that I think you said more money has been lost anticipating a downturn than actually in the downturn. Can you explain?
Well, obviously, the market's gone up tenfold since I stopped running Magellan. So you make more money on the upside. The market's going to be a lot higher 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Trying to predict the market is really a waste. I don't know what it's going to do. It can go down. When I ran Magellan, 13 years, it declined 10% or more, 9 times the market.
Wow.
I had a perfect record. I went down more than 10% every time. Wherever the market went down, I went down more. But over the long term, the upside is more than the downside. So you got to say to yourself, do I need the money in the next month? Do I need the money in the next year? Do I have kids going to college? Do I have a wedding coming up? Then you're a bad investor. If you can keep putting money in, you have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 year, you should do well.